Hello, everyone. This is Kevin T. Rodriguez, film critic of iCritic.net. And let's talk about the Academy Awards. Our next one, the 89th Annual Academy Awards, is less than a week away. And in all fairness, La La Land will probably win Best Picture. Maybe Moonlight might surprise, but I'm pretty certain it's going to be La La Land, which would actually be a significant thing for me because in the 10 or plus years that I have been doing top 10 best films of the year list, and I've been doing this more or less professionally for a few years, like 3 or 4. No movie that I have selected as the best film of the year has ever won the Academy Award for Best Picture. It's always been the second or third choice, or in certain cases, a movie that I didn't put on my list at all. Some cases, a movie ones that I don't even like. So the Academy Awards, they're useless, but they're fun to talk about, and I've published several books on the matter. Which you can buy them at a link below, and you could even pre-order my next Oscar book via Kickstarter. It's a little shameless plug. But what are we going to talk about today? Well, here's the thing. I own every movie that won Best Picture, legally on DVD. For a long time, Cavalcade I owned on a bootleg DVD because for years it simply wasn't available. Then out of the blue, it got a Blu-ray release. Skipped DVD altogether, went straight to Blu-ray, picked it up, watched it. It looked as good as it could be. There's a reason that particular movie fell into obscurity despite the Best Picture win. And here's the thing. I want my Best Picture collection to be in the best version possible, which means La La Land may very well be the first Best Picture winner I own in Ultra HD 4K Blu-ray. So kind of looking forward to that, actually. But believe it or not, despite the fact that we now have Blu-ray 3D and Ultra HD 4K Blu-ray, boy, that's a mouthful. I'm just going to say 4K from now on. There are actually several Best Picture winners that do not have a Blu-ray release. And we're just going to look over them real quick and discuss them just a little bit. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but, I will make note when there's a foreign release of a Blu-ray, though. And I don't know how accurate this information is, and depending on when you watch this video, it might not be accurate now. So please keep that in mind. Look at the date. I grabbed the movies that I had assumed did not have a Blu-ray release, but on BluRay.com, I did a quick little search for each of them, and I took out like 4 titles that apparently were released on Blu-ray that I just was not aware of, and now I got to go buy them. So, another $50 to spend right there. So let's get started. The oldest movie to not have a Blu-ray release is the Broadway Melody. This is the second movie to win the Best Picture Oscar. I also have to admit, this one's a struggle to sit through. Like, a few of these that are not on Blu-ray, I'm going to be honest, I can't imagine myself watching them again. And this is especially one of them. Because they're old, they're really boring, and, movies have come a long way. And, but the Broadway Melody, this was popular enough to inspire several sequels. I haven't seen any of those sequels. Apparently they're better, but only the first one won Best Picture, and I think it's, frankly, kind of boring. Okay, actually, I'm going to do that. Moving on. Another one that's kind of hard to finish, Cimarron. I believe this was the first Western to win Best Picture. And it's only 2 hours, but it feels like 3. And yeah, not one of the high points of the Academy's history. I'm always amazed that, well, I'll make that point in a minute. But yeah, this one's not on Blu-ray either. And if you see hear a chime every now and then, I explained this in another video, but there was an incident with me involving an Uber, so people are contacting me consistently to make sure I'm okay, and so I can't do anything about the chimes. The next movie that, this one, The Great Ziegfeld, I think it's Ziegfeld, that does not have a Blu-ray release. This one's over 3 hours. It's actually not too bad for the first couple hours, but this one definitely overstays its welcome. They probably should have cut this one by 40 minutes. And by the way, I want to state, when people make their top 10 worst movies to win Best Picture, you can always tell that they haven't seen all the Best Picture winners if they don't list movies like these on them. Because these are when the Academy Awards really didn't have much to choose from, and they were just figuring out what made for great quality movies. And yeah, so anyway. The next movie, The Life of Emile Zola. And by the way, Paul Mooney does not look like this in the movie. This was a deceptive marketing ploy. This one I actually kind of like, though. So this one's good. I would watch this one. I would watch this one again if it were on Blu-ray. Now, this one's kind of strange because it's a 2-pack, and it's Going My Way. It's packed with Holiday Inn, which interestingly, Holiday Inn you could buy on its own. Going My Way, you have to buy it with Holiday Inn. And by the way, yes, Holiday Inn is a much better movie. So, yeah, 7 Academy Awards, and this one did not age well. But it didn't age well not because it's a poor movie per se, but because times have changed so drastically, it's kind of hard to relate to it. But yeah, not on Blu-ray. Bing Crosby movie. I don't know how many Bing Crosby movies are on Blu-ray, but that one's not one of them. This one I actually really like, The Lost Weekend, about about a guy who goes on a 3-day alcohol binging marathon. And this one's actually kind of fascinating because despite the sci-fi elements, and that will make sense when you see it, it actually seems fairly accurate. It was the first time alcoholism was really tackled in a film format. So this one actually really brags that it won all those awards, but no Blu-ray release. The next one, sorry, I'm recovering from a cold, as you can probably tell, so I'm very, very sorry about this. I'm gonna just scratch right there for a second. Laurence Olivier's Hamlet. There have been better Hamlet adaptations since then. This was the first foreign film to win Best Picture. It's a British film, for the record, not an American film. This one actually does have a Blu-ray release in England, of course, but not in America. And it's disappointing because this DVD was a Criterion Collection DVD. It's number 82 to be precise. So I would definitely love to have a Blu-ray release of this. Criterion would do it very well, but don't have it yet. I don't know why. Now this one, I actually suspect this one's going to have a Blu-ray release soon with the recent announcement of the Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey Circus closing. But it's Cecil B. DeMille's The Greatest Show on Earth, which is arguably the worst movie to win Best Picture. I think that honor or dishonor goes to American Beauty, but I can see where people are coming from. This is not something that, again, I would necessarily want to watch multiple times, but with the circus actually closing, I think a Blu-ray release of this is just around the corner. So if anything's not going to match up soon, it's this one. And this one I'm surprised is not on Blu-ray, to be perfectly honest. Not because I think it's a particularly good movie, but because it's a big one. And that's Around the World in 80 Days. This one is really popular. You have a good shot of finding an average person, like a Joe Schmo, who doesn't watch movies that often, who's heard of this. And it's not on Blu-ray, but it's got this. The DVD is like this really fancy 2-disc set. I love. This is one of the reasons I love packaged media, when they do stuff like this. This would actually be ideal for the Blu-ray format, but it's not available. I don't know why. Now, the most recent Best Picture winner and our final Best Picture winner to not be on Blu-ray, and I use recent very loosely, this is from 1963, Tom Jones. This, by the way, is one of the worst movies to win Best Picture. I kid you not. This one's bad, folks. This one's and the funny thing is, when I look at the other nominees, I can't say the other nominees were any better. So this very well might have been the best of the 5 that they nominated, but it was still complete garbage in my opinion. This movie is only 2 hours and 9 minutes, and it feels like it's 4. So anyway, so once more, these are movies that are not on Blu-ray yet. When they release them on Blu-ray, I will buy them just so that I have the nicest possible version of them that I can find. But it speaks volumes that when you have a Best Picture winner that you don't release on Blu-ray, it means you probably don't have a particularly well-regarded one. So anyway, what did you think of any of these movies? What do you think of my non-editing? You can see my cold and you can see my scratch. Like I try not to edit if I can help it, and with 2 minor mistakes, I'm not going to edit this one. Just not. So anyway, what do you think? Do you want any of those on Blu-ray? Have you heard of any of them? Have you seen any of them? I'd like to know. Comment below. Like, favorite, share, subscribe. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.